How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. So right now I'm almost at a dive spot, kind of driving on this little dirt road here, and I'm almost at this dive spot. I've never tried it before. I'm all the way in Kona side because Hilo is all bust up right now, and so I'm gonna try and shoot it out at this random spot that was recommended to me by a friend, and we're gonna see what we can do. I mean, I only get a couple hours to dive because I got here kind of late. It's already 3:45, so sunsets in like 2 hours. So but we're on Kona side. I just had to get all the way out here, so the sun should be lighter, a little bit later than that, so I'll have daylight till maybe about like 6 o'clock ish. So I got some time to dive, got some time to shoot some stuff. Hopefully if something's around, I'll nail them, but we'll see what we can get. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the water. Shoot. So once again, this is a completely new spot to me. So I was kind of just swimming out, trying to find some deep water. Couldn't find it. I swam out pretty far and it kind of stayed around the 40-foot zone at the deepest. So I found this super shallow reef right here where there's a bunch of these munus around, and a nice size one comes in there. They get spooked, but this reef that I'm on is only maybe in 30 feet, probably not even that, maybe 25. So really shallow, or really shallow for goats of this number and of this size, at least that I'm used to. So I'm seeing this school come around. They keep coming back and forth, getting scared, and a nice size one starts to come in real close here. So I line up and take my shot. Ideally I would want to have one band on here, but because they were so close and because they were so a smaller fish, so I probably wouldn't have had two bands on there if I knew that big school was gonna come in like that. But it is what it is. I don't think I hit any rocks behind the munu. But first fish of the day, a nice size munu, and once again really shallow. So I was pretty surprised. I'm not, being from Oahu, I usually don't see goats that size, this shallow, and especially not that many unless I go off a boat or something. But first fish of the day, nice size munu. So here's another drop, even shallower. This is 18 feet. I remember because what happens next made me check my watch and kind of in disbelief. So this is in 18 feet, so even shallower than the last drop, not even 20 feet. And I get down here because once again I saw the munu school hanging out on this shallow shelf here that came up from that little bit deeper reef that I was on. And I started dusting, grunting, or not grunting, I started dusting, trying to bring in these munu. And I'm looking around, looking back and forth, and I see this uku come in, or start to come in, and I only have one band on here. But keep in mind, this is 18 feet of water, and this uku is a good size one, maybe a 5 or 6 pounder, which is so bizarre to me because uku are typically a deeper water fish, at least usually. The shallowest I think I've ever seen them before this was maybe 45 feet, something like that. So this was super weird to me, seeing an uku this size in this shallow water, 18 feet, not even 20 feet yet. And it was super weird to me, but he was a little bit curious, but not quite curious enough. And once again, I only had one band on there, so I needed him to get extra close if I was going to take a shot. And unfortunately, he just did not give me that. Look how shallow I am. Like, from the surface, I was just right there down at the bottom, not even that deep. And you'll see here, I load up my second band. I tried to, you see me gesturing there because I was so astonished, but took another drop with the double bands and did not see him again, unfortunately. So after that uku, I kind of moved back out because I was looking for the uku, and also once again you can see just how many munus there are in the area, and there are a lot of good sized ones in this school. They weren't all big, some of them were smaller, like maybe less than a pound at the most, but some of them were good size, 1.5 to 2 pounds, which is perfect eating size. And as you can see, there's a few of them right there. There's that one, the biggest one in the school that I could see. I started lining up on him, and I get my shot right here with the single band, which is, like I said, single band is a lot more appropriate for, especially for this close quarters shooting where these goats are coming right up to you. And goats aren't the biggest fish around, they're quite small, so you don't need a ton of power, and you can be a lot more accurate with a single band. If you notice that both of these munus were headshots, it's because when you have one band on, when you have less power, there's less recoil on your gun, so it's a lot easier for you to get that smooth, clean shot, and it's easier for you to place it where you want it. And especially because they were so close, especially because they were point blank, even more so, having that single band helps, and them being so close, it's easy to put the shot where you want. So if you're shooting close quarters, if you got fish coming right up to your face, then definitely put on the single band, even if you're shooting out in the open, is what I would say, unless it's something big like an ulu or something. So this was another munu, and a better size munu too. So on this drop, on the bottom once again, looking for the munus, and then I noticed this good sized collie come in right here. Sorry, not that one. This one. That's the good size one. So this one comes in and he's being a little finicky. I tried to line up on him twice and he kind of got spooked. He swims a little bit far away there, but then comes right back in, and once again with the single band, put the shot in. So another advantage to using the single band is when you're shooting super close on a reef, when the fish are going in front of rocks and in front of boulders, if you shoot them, the chances are the shaft is going to go through and hit one of those boulders or rocks behind it, and you're going to bend your spear or dull the tip, and eventually if you keep doing that over and over, you're going to need to buy a new spear. So saves you money as well to go down one band. But super good size Moana collie, and once again you can see how shallow I am, and this whole time I'm just kind of blown away. And this wasn't even the biggest collie I saw that day, it was just the only one that I could get close enough to shoot. And so pretty nuts to see this amount of goats, and the good size ones too, at this shallow depth. And I was pretty far offshore because, like I said, I was looking for deeper water and didn't end up finding it. But super beautiful collie. Look at the colors on that thing. So because there were so many munus around, because there was so much fish around, I decided to try and get a different kind of angle for you guys, something that I haven't done before in any one of my videos. As you can see here, I've set the camera down on the sea floor, and you can see me perched in between those coral heads right there. And I figured this would be cool for you guys to see, because when the camera's on my head, you can't really see exactly what I'm doing, how I'm hiding, and what I look like to the fish. And also you can't see how I'm behaving, you know, what I'm doing with my body. You can only really see my hands and the gun and the fish that are in front of me. That's about it. So I figured this might be helpful to new divers, and for others just be a cool angle to show you. So didn't shoot anything on that drop, but you see me coming down again, nice and slow. I'm looking for the camera right now, trying to see where it's at, because I kind of lost it a little bit. But coming down real slow, eventually I see the camera, and I perch myself kind of in the same spot. And right now I'm dusting, and at some point in this clip you'll see me look down at the bottom. A lot of fish, especially with moos and ukus, I've noticed that putting your eyes down helps a lot. But in this case, it was helping with these goats as well. So you kind of just gotta see what the fish are feeling, how they're acting, because any given day could be different. So on this particular day, I was using the eyes down trick for goats, and it seemed to be working. As you can see, they start to come in there. They're kind of getting spooked because I shot out their school a few times, but you can see me starting to line up on one there, and he comes into frame. Boom! And I actually stoned him, and the spear went right next to the camera. It was pretty nuts. So a little bit of a different perspective there, trying to show you guys a different angle, and I hope you guys enjoyed that. I hope you guys found that cool. I just had this random idea when I was out there, you know, diving on this munu school over and over. But a nice size munu, and once again, with the single band, it's a lot easier to be more accurate. So I got a good shot on this munu right here. And yeah, definitely gonna try and do that angle again, because I actually kind of like these clips more when you can see the fish in front of the camera, and then you can see me as well shooting at it. So on my way in, I caught this really cool clip of 3 white tips just swimming together in this little ditch. So there's one right there, and these 2 both had a hook in their mouth. If you look close, you can see that they both had a hook hanging out of their lip, but never did see 3 white tips swimming together like that. It was super cool to see. So here's the haul. I got the nice size Moana Kali and the 4 Joes, 4 Munus. And there's one more that I shot that I didn't get on camera. You can see the one with its eye popping out. That's the one I got off camera that I shot. And so yeah, a sick haul, sick dive, super fun, just shooting at goats, and real nice and cruise diving shallow. So super fun. And like I mentioned earlier, I got there super late. I only had 2 hours maximum to dive, but it's still light right now, as you can see. So I was probably out of the water around 5:30. We jumped in at 4-ish. So you gotta love those quick dives where you can get everything that you need in a short amount of time and get out and, you know, not be absolutely exhausted. And so super productive and a lot of fun. Alright guys, that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. Super fun dive, one of the most fun dives I've had here in Hilo, or sorry, technically I was in Kona, but here in the Big Island. Super fun, got a bunch of those goats, got that really nice size Kali as well, perfect eating size, and those guys are gonna taste mean, I already know. So I hope you guys enjoyed that video. That's all I got for you guys today. Stay tuned for the next one. I'm actually gonna be back in Oahu pretty soon because my semester is ending, so I'm moving back home. So gonna be doing dives back in my hometown, back in my home island, and, you know, hopefully shooting fish, going with a bunch of my friends back home on Oahu, like Hunter guys and Luke and Race, all of those guys. So I look forward to that, and I hope you guys are looking forward to that as well. So stay tuned for that video, but that's all I got for you guys today. I'll see you in the next one. Shoots, everybody.